guess it's time for the hunting and fishing report. My editor's out here to get me, so let me go grab my arrow and we're gonna get the hunting and fishing report rolling for you. Stay tuned.
Now where the tall grass bends in the morning light and the river runs quiet through the
Welcome to the Iowa Hunting and Fishing Report, where each week we break down what's biting, what's moving, and where you should be headed. This week, join Aaron as he discusses the new Tacticam Defend 360 and catches brought to you by J&J Tackle, Cabela's Trading Post, Top Notch Trading Company, and Big Creek Marina. You won't want to miss this.
Hello folks, Aaron McKinney with the Iowa Hunting and Fishing Report for July 31st. It looks like we're going to have a little reprieve in the warmer weather, at least for this weekend. Looks like some rain, thank goodness. But it's been really hot, and that hasn't helped fishing much at all. There is still pockets of fish biting throughout the state. Again, catfishing, we've been hitting on that lately. I know it's beating a dead horse, but that's a lot of what's going on right now. I know JJ Tackle in Green, Iowa says the catfish are still biting very well in the rivers, which is pretty common. The flathead bite has slowed just a little bit. I foresee that to keep going for a little while longer, but in that vicinity, they've reported that it has slowed down a little bit. So catfish are biting in the rivers. If you live in that Green Iowa area, make sure to get out and do some fishing. It's going to be cooler. And they also informed me that the night bite was much better as well, which is pretty standard. Next, we got Cabela's Trading Post in Spirit Lake, Iowa. Perch are biting on Spirit, and the bluegill and crappies are biting well. It sounds like the walleye have slowed down some, which makes sense. It's hot. Water temps are hot. You know, if you're going to catch any walleye, it's going to be pretty much that night bite. But make sure if you like to panfish, Spirit Lake is going really good. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., which makes it pretty easy to get out there. Usually the wind's a little lighter and a little bit more bearable in the doldrums of summer. So if you enjoy panfish, make sure you get out to Spirit Lake, stop into Cabela's, Trading Post, get your bait, get your knowledge, whatever you need to get out and to go fishing there. Sounds like waxworms and redworms is what's doing the best up there. So again, a great place to go. I visit that spot up there a lot, so I bring a lot of fishing reports up there just because a lot of people go up that way, family vacations or just to fish for the weekend. So good time. Make sure you get up there if you can. Stop into Cable's Trading Post. Next, we have Top Notch Trading Company in Lewis, Iowa. One of the few reports that I did get of walleye biting, and they're biting on minnows and worms. They have reported that the weather's so hot that the minnow quality has died off a little bit. Hot water, it happens every year. Minnows are spawning. They're just not as hardy as they used to be early in the spring with that colder water, so it has switched to more of a night crawler bite. But walleye are biting, so if you live in that Lewis area or want to catch some walleye, head over to that area and stop into Top Notch Trading Company. They'll help you out, get you pointed in the right direction, and get you out in the water and catching some fish. Again, that's Top Notch Trading Company in Lewis, Iowa, and the walleye are biting. Next, we go to Big Creek Marina, Polk City, Iowa, and that's right there on Big Creek. Sounds like the weather has taken a toll on that body of water. He said not much fishing going on. Bite's pretty slow. He said if you do want to fish and you do want to catch something, it'd be largemouth bass and bluegills. Find shade in the coves, somewhere where the heat isn't directly beating down on the water. Those fish like to get out of the heat just like we do. So probably a little deeper as long as that thermocline isn't too shallow. But the bass and the bluegills are biting there on Big Creek, but it has slowed quite a bit and there's not as much pressure as there has been. So with the cooler weather, it might help pick up that bite a little bit, but there's a lot of other areas of bodies of water in that area too. So if you're from that area, give it a shot if you like to bass fish. Otherwise, I've reported on some other stuff around the state if you want to take a trip that the fish are biting in that area. So we appreciate the honesty from Big Creek Marina. You don't always get that, but that's why we're here and that's why we're reporting this to you guys today. So again, Big Creek Marina's bass and bluegills in the shade and the coves is about what is going on. So that kind of wraps it up for this week's segment of the Fishing Report. We're going to do a product review on the Tacticam Defend 360 camera. Tacticam has kind of got into the home security or ground security as well, along with the wild game cameras, and we're going to do a product review on the Defend 360, show you how easy that was to put together and how easy it is to get it all set up. Very economical, very affordable. We'll go through all those pricing plans with you, so you can check that out. It helps with livestock to watch them. It's just a security camera, a really good security camera that gives you a live option, lets you pan and keep up to date on exactly what's going on at that time. So we'll check that out here next. And before we do, I just want to hit on this weekend. We were at the Delta Waterfowl Duck Hunters Expo in Des Moines. Thank you for everybody that stopped by the booth and picked up their free atlas. For those of you that were following our Facebook page and our Hunting and Fishing Report YouTube channel. We really appreciate it. We'll probably do it at the next show we're at. So if you're in the area, make sure you swing in for any of those shows because we'll probably be doing that same giveaway. It was a great show. I think they had a little over 20,000 attendees, which is pretty good. A lot of duck hunters around, but I will tell you next year, if you did make it this year, it's going to be in Kansas City. Try to get down there and check that out, especially even if you're an upland hunter, because Beretta was there, Benelli was there, Franke, Stoger, everybody was there that had any kind of shotgun. All the ammo companies were there, from Fiocchi to Remington to Winchester to Bosch shot shells. They were all there as well. So it lets you really pick the brains of the people that build those products. So I highly recommend you get you get down there to that next year. Just a hop, skip, and a jump for us here in Iowa, down south to Kansas City. So great show. Again, appreciate everybody showing up to the booth, introducing themselves, and got to chat a lot with some of our followers. So we appreciate that very much. So now we're going to cut to the Tacticam product review, and we'll be right back. Welcome to this week's product review. We have the Tacticam Defend 360 security camera. So Tacticam, kind of like what I was talking in the Hunting and Fishing Report, has gotten into the security camera part of the business as well. Got the pieces sitting beside me. As you see, I got one already mounted right up here just to show you how that's going to go once it's up and mounted. Very easy to put up, very easy to charge batteries. I cannot say that enough, that they make it very user friendly. So to dive into it, I'm not going to go completely in depth because it's not that hard to set up, folks. Big thing is you want to make sure you download your app. It's the Defend app from Tacticam, and we'll show you a picture of that. It will walk you through how to put your camera right onto that app. A little spot for you to take a picture of it. The one thing you want to remember is when you're setting these up, if you're inside, you might not get a signal. So you want to make sure you take it outside to finish getting it all set up. That makes it pretty important for me as well. I was in a metal building and it just wouldn't get a signal. So as soon as I took it outside, it did what it was supposed to do. It got the signal and got everything set up and ready to go. It's about foolproof once you get going. Big thing is make sure you get your cameras logged in, make sure your batteries are charged first and foremost, and then the solar power will take over from there. It's very easy. It works with no Wi-Fi network. You attach that right to your phone, so you can actually pan and view as the motion detector goes on, so you can actually follow, zoom in, which makes it really nice for the security aspect, and it will make it really nice for the wildlife aspect as well. So don't be scared of that. If you have one of those, I would definitely use it for deer as well, or turkey or whatever. But it is made mainly for security reasons. It's quick, pictures are good from what I've used it so far, but we'll revisit that in a couple weeks to give us some time to use it after it's all set up and ready to go, to let you know how the pictures are, how the motion detector responds, and how it works overall out in the field. The other nice thing is, like I kind of hinted to, the solar power, you don't have to always pull that battery and recharge it or change batteries, which makes it really nice. And again, nice vision. It's totally waterproof, weatherproof, so that makes it nice as well. What I would do is probably just check it every 3 months, make sure nothing's wrong, but as long as it's working, you know it's good. The one thing you want to do when you get this is you want to make sure you got a little screwdriver and you take off where the battery is, and then there's your battery right there to charge. And they do send a recharging cord to plug in to charge that with. Very simple. I've already pre-charged that, so once that's done, we'll pop that in, we'll put the cover back on, and from there it's pretty simple. I've got all of my cameras set up on the app, so we know we're good there. So what I'm going to do is take and put these all together and show you just how easy that is. Alright, so I'll show you how far I take it setup wise till I put it up where I'm going to put it. First off, I'll take a piece here that will connect to the solar panel. There is a little notch back here where you can put the wire, run it to keep it out of the way so it doesn't get pinched. So that goes there. Very simply screw it on, screw it down tight for now so it's not in the way, and then again you can take your wire through your hole, run it up through there. Pretty simple. Once that's done, I'll set that down. And you want to make sure before you set your camera up that you screw in your antenna. Very important, so it'll get a signal. Down tight. Your on-off button is in the back right there, and that'll be where your solar panel plugs in as well. So it's just on-off and solar. They've made this really, really easy. Not a bunch of buttons. The app takes care of almost everything, which is going to be nice. Once we get this mounted, and we have our cord ran back behind here like so, and this is our bracket that we screw into wherever we're going to mount it to. And there is other options available for mounting. You can go on to Tacticam and check that out as well, but for me this will work just great. 4 screws, I'm going to screw it in there. Once that's all up and mounted, it's pretty simple. That locks right into there. Whoops, let me pull that down out of the way, and you just lock it in. And then once that's done, you got everything hung up, you can loosen this here so you can set your solar panel however you need it, wherever the majority of that sun is coming from. So it's really easy. So again, unhook that, and this, again, I wouldn't do any of this till you have your camera set up on your app and everything's good. You got your cell signal, and again, the app will take care of everything like that. You just want to make sure you have a good cell signal. Again, you don't have to worry about Wi-Fi, which is awesome. These things are heavy. They're built like tanks, which for this day and age is really rare. Usually you get a hold of something that's lightweight, plastic, just doesn't look like it's going to last, but this really does. So been very pleased with it so far. Now I can't comment to the quality as far as the videos and that, but I will in a later episode after we get a few videos shot, and we'll show you how those work as well. So again, that's all there is to it. The big part of it is setting it up on the app. Again, once it's done, it's going to be just like that. It takes, 5 minutes to put it up once it's ready to go. Make sure you flip that on switch on, and it will find the cell service. It will set everything up for you, and you'll be good to go. So again, make sure you follow directions. The Defend app will help you, walk you through everything that you need to do setup wise, and it'll take care of everything. So I highly recommend checking one of these out, but again, I will give you the picture quality down the road. So that's the Defend 360 from Tacticam. Great camera for home security and wildlife as well. So that kind of wraps it up for our product review for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, I didn't want to get too in depth because it's not hard to do. The app's going to walk you through everything. Just make sure you got a cell signal, easy peasy, and it'll do what you need it to do. So thank you for tuning in this week to this week's product review, and we'll see you next time. So that wraps it up for this week. Appreciate you joining us. Again, please like, share, follow. It really helps to grow our channel and get us out into the woods and give you a little more honest reporting like we've been doing. Hunting season is just around the corner, and that's when it's really going to pick up. I really enjoy bow hunting, so we're going to get some filming done there as well, give you the up-to-date reports on what's going on out in the field. Duck season's just around the corner. Dove season's, it's almost here. Summers went really fast. So appreciate you being with us this week. Stay tuned for next week, and we'll talk to you next time on the Iowa Hunting and Fishing Report.
It's the Iowa Hunting and Fishing Report.